What's up with me? I'm depressed. Just watching a few videos of us lifting the Copa Libertadores with the boys. I'm going to miss it. I absolutely love Colombia. I love where we were. I love the club, love the fans, love the players. We could have gone on and on and on to greatness. True greatness. Gone to the World Club Championships. I mean, yeah, Greeno, man, I swear to God, there's something fishy. I really think he's the one who docked us in, and I think he's trying to lure us in nicely, and then they'll swoop. So, yeah, I don't trust him. I worked with him for over 10 years at Manchester Central. He was my director of football, and I never once had a face-to-face meeting. And now here he is, all happy, willing to buy me coffee, flying across the world to meet me. It just doesn't add up, mate. It doesn't add up. What's next? Well, Brian Kane, our friend, has many contacts in South America. He just told us to get this train and we'll keep heading south, and he'll let us know when to get off. And he's hopefully going to have some good information for us. It's going to have to be great information because, yeah, I am sad. Well, here we are, mate. Argentina. Brian's told us to get off right here. Great view though, isn't it? From up here. Lovely. Although I feel like I'm back in Manchester. Look at the weather. Thought it'd be sunny. Anyway, yeah, apparently according to Brian, we're going to be safe. He's even got us a job, which is absolutely legendary. That guy's contacts. Wow. He's got them everywhere, hasn't he? And the job itself, well, you can see why we've got the job. The chairman knows exactly who we are. He knows we're going to have new fake identities. And he's not bothered one bit because the club's in a lot of trouble. No money. Actually, they've got that little money that they can't even send a car here. We're going to have to get a bus. It's going to take us 4 hours to get there. Bus. And we've got to pay for the tickets ourselves. Cheeky bastards, honestly. But yeah, this club's in trouble. Relegation, blah, blah, blah. Come and save us. But Brian, thinking he's funny, sorted out new IDs. Do you want to know what your new name is? Antonio Banderas. Yeah. My name? Emilio Estevez. I mean, that's not going to cause any suspicion at all, is it? But anyway, could be a short-term thing, could be a long-term thing. We're just coming in here, ticking time over until we think of the next move or the next plan. We might enjoy it. It's going to be a challenge. I fancy a challenge, actually. You know, this is going to be one. So, of course, the next stop on the road to anywhere is Argentina, a football league on this game that I absolutely adore. But where are we going? Well, we're off to Rosario. Yeah, a club that right now, in real life, has Carlos Tevez as its manager. That's crazy. But he's not manager no more. No. It's me, Booed, looking quite suave in my tracksuit. But yeah, Club Atlético Rosario Central, a team founded in 1889 by some railway workers who took the name from an English-owned company called Central Argentine Railway. Check that out. So we've got a bit of a link to my home nation. Now they play at this stadium, and I would love to pronounce it for you. I would. But I'm not going to embarrass myself. No, but it is lovely. Now, I've always said that there's one job on this game that I would leave any club in the world for, and that is Boca Juniors, because since I started YouTube, I've wanted to make a series called Boo's Boca Boys forever. So I would leave for the blue and yellow. Well, I can't because that job wasn't available. But this is blue and yellow. So this is like the next best thing. And here we are on their main page. I am now the manager, although I've not changed my name. No, to Emilio Estevez, honestly. Brian Kane thinks he's funny. But yeah, this looks like a great club. A club I genuinely didn't know too much about. Now, I know Carlos Tevez. I remember reading somewhere. I know he'd gone into management in Argentina, but it didn't stick in my brain that it was this club. But why this club? Well, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I've got a lot of other leagues running now. I wanted to leave all my options open. And as you can see, it's the 13th of June. Right? I was off work for quite some time. Now, I just holidayed for 6 months and I genuinely had no idea what I wanted to do. None. I just wanted to do something different. Now, I loved Colombia, don't get me wrong. The whole story's revolved around me loving it, and we've left for a particular reason. But in reality, it was very hard to get through them seasons. It was a slog. It was taking up every spare minute I had. Time with my kids, really. So I really needed to chill out. And I wanted a challenge, but I wanted something different. And I'd have took anything that just caught my imagination, caught my eye. Anywhere in the world, really. I'm not bothered about going back to Europe. I don't care. I'd have gone to America. I didn't care. I'd even do an international job, and that's something I think I've only ever done once, maybe, on one of my Journeymen, and I quite fancy that. But nothing came up. Nigeria, that was available. There was one team in the MLS, but I didn't really fancy it. And then I saw this come up, and I thought, I love Argentina. what's going on with this? And what's going on with this is this club is struggling a little bit. They're currently 18th after playing 15 games. Some teams have played more. Look at Boca Juniors. One day I'll do it. I might just do it one day. I don't care if no one watches it. I really want to be their manager. So yeah, they're 18th. They're in the relegation zone, 11 points. Things aren't looking great. They're £4.5 million in debt, overspending on the wages, and they've got a bit of money to spend, but I wasn't going to get to spend any of it. Staff was, you know, all right, and this is probably the one area that I was going to attack and try and maybe wiggle them finances around and improve and try and coach these players to be better. The players we've already got, because they must have been half decent last year, because they were in the Copa Sudamericana, which is like the South American Europa League, like the second division of their continental football. And so, I mean, they started off playing Doc Sud, what a team, in the Copa Argentina 5th round, won that 2-0, and then once the league started, look at the state of it. Wow, absolutely shocking. If we go down, they've won in the 6th round, which is great, because that means I'm still in the cup. So I've got something to aim for. All the way down here in the 7th round will be me. But yeah, I mean, they picked up some points. They look like they got a little better, but they sacked the manager. Now, they did finish second in their group, but it looks like that wasn't good enough, because only one team qualified, a team from Brazil. We battered the Brazilians in Colombia. So yeah, it is what it is. But you've seen the stadium. It's good. It's a typical South American stadium, innit? It looks a bit tired, but they're cool. They have something about them. They've got this kind of character I love. And I love this league. Genuinely, it's a ton of fun to play in. I personally think it's brilliant. Anyway, so yeah, the Gigante de... Oh God, do you know what? No, I'm not trying it. In Rosario, the 40,000. Less than half of it seated. How good's that? I really like that. But we've got average training, adequate youth. Yes, they're not the best team, are they? I mean, you've seen the history page. They've won a few trophies over the years, but they're a struggling team. And this is a squad. As soon as I got on it, looks tiny, and I was a bit worried. I've got players retiring, players leaving, players transfer listed. Go on to reports, change that. I mean, have I got any centre-halves? Don't worry, you've got that many strikers. Got strikers coming out my ears. 3 right wingers, no left wingers. Shit. Obviously, some of these players will be able to obviously play in different positions. Look, centre-half, centre-half, centre-half. I know. But crap. Oh my God. Let's have a quick look while we're here before I do anything. You've got a reserve team, which looks pretty big, doesn't it? Couple of lads out on loan. Let's check their reports quickly. See what we've got. I mean, a lot of potential there. Good ages. I mean, I'll be honest with you, that's all I was going to be doing, is bulking up that first team with players from down here, and then anyone in the 20s will just getting shifted out of there up into the reserves. I don't bother with the 3rd level youth teams anymore. I stick them all in that 2nd tier team. Filter out what I don't want. Probably cut a few if I can. But yeah, possibly my biggest challenge, really, because I've landed on my feet a lot, really. I mean, even when in my early days in Asia, you know, I found out little loopholes signing players from the international team and could quite quickly be successful. Got to a good team in South Korea. It wasn't hard to turn around that team in Poland because they were a good-sized club. Obviously, Ajax was Ajax. They just had that one blip, and I got in there at the right time. That was just great timing. Similar with Colombia. A lot of Ajax vibes with that big club, possibly the biggest in Colombia. Just having a bad patch, and you just got... It's all about timing, isn't it? But this, to me, felt like a challenge. Let's come in here, season underway. We're still in a cup, which is something. Can I work with what I've got, really, and just try and do other processes in other areas and get them out of that relegation zone? Relegation dogfight could be, couldn't it? So there was a bit of a break, and luckily I've come in at that break. It's quite handy that when they sack a manager, it's a good way to do it. You sack your manager at the start of your break, give you time to bring a new guy in and start doing his thing. And as you can see, I've tried to do my best with the staff. There's still work to do on it. It's a coaching team mainly that I wanted to be good. So I got rid of a couple. I've kept some of the main guys and brought in a few. And we've now got the best coaching team in Argentina. It's the easiest thing to do in this game. It's so easy. Now, I'd like everything else to be better, and I might get there, but I could only be here for half a season. If you watch this video all the way to the end, you'll find out why. But It was just getting that coaching team. Let's get these players worked harder, sort out the training regimes and everything, get everyone coaching to their maximum in the right areas and try and push them. Or with my tactic, which I was going to be in two minds about which one to use. What I'm going to do is, I'm not going to go through this entire squad. Like you can see right now, no players have come in. Right? No players left really, apart from a few shitty ones I've released. I just bugs it up with lads from the youth team, and we're just going to go for it and see what we can do. And I think before whatever the live comp is going to be, I might show you my best 11 for my part of the season. I mean, you can look it right here. No one's coming. I mean, some of them deals were done before me, and then I think there's 4 players there I've got rid of for nout, for peanuts. But I needed some games. Let's get these guys ready as best we can. So we played some not very good teams. I'll be honest with you, I wanted to pound teams if I could, get them used to it. Now I was sticking with the same tactic I used, one with the attacking midfielder. I switched that when I went to Ajax, and then I kept it in Colombia with Atletico Nacional. So I thought keep it here, see if it works. So yeah, we won 7-0, 6-3, bit shaky at the back, and then 2-1. And look what my first official game was going to be. Away as well, at the club I've always dreamed of being the manager of and never have, on YouTube. So it's like written in the stars this. So could we beat the mighty Boca Juniors? No, we couldn't. We got beat 3-1, although I saw a few promising signs. Yeah, we weren't expected to win. It had just been nice to get off to a winning start. And then there was this game, a game we could have or should have, I think, won. It was very equal, and then went down to 10 men. I mean, they took the lead, we came back into it, I was absolutely buzzing, and then Perez got him an equaliser. So yeah, I mean, when you look at the stats, a draw is probably justified, isn't it? But the next game, I switched. I went back to the other one with a defensive midfielder, and we won. Now again, it was quite an equal game, but we won. Scored goals, got some decent performances out of some of these lads, and I thought, do you know what, we're down near the bottom, let's try and just maybe have more men behind us, because I only use 2 tactics and they're pretty much the same. And you know me, I'm not the tactician of the Football Manager world, so I was going to stick with this. And the next game we lost 3-2, although we scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. And then this happened, and I'm thinking, right, what am I doing here? What do I do here? Do I just stick to my guns? I do that quite often, me, even in the face of that. But it was crazy because we were getting battered, and then we went for it and we came back, and there was a lot of fight in that game and a lot of character. It was like we played without a goalkeeper, though, I'll be honest with you. But then things have started clicking. A 1-1 draw, a 0-0 draw, a 2-1 win, a 1-1 draw, and then that. Now at the time, I'm pretty sure Racing Club were right up there, and they still are. So that to me is progress. Things are starting to work. You got to remember, it's like real life, and it's happened a few times on this series. When you first come in, things are a little bit ropey, but once you get the staff going, once everyone gets to know each other, once they get used to your way of playing, things usually click together for me. It's starting to a little bit, although we're in 17th, which looks to me like a relegation playoff. So I thought, while we're here, let's look at the rules. Here we are. So the top 4 teams go to the Copa Libertadores, which I am currently technically the champion of. I am. 5th goes to the group stage. Wow. I mean, Christ. I was thinking, I didn't look where they finished last year. I couldn't be bothered. Maybe I should have. But I was assuming, well, they must have been good last year. They got in the Copa Sudamericana group stage. I mean, Jesus, they could finish 12th and get into that. They finished 9th. I mean, that's not bad, mid-table. But anyway, back to the rules. It's a 20-team league. It makes me feel like I'm back at home in good old Blighty, England, of course. The match squad must have no more than 5 foreign players. Yeah, 7 subs. I like that. I like lots of subs. Goal different sorts of league, goals scored. It's got quite a lot of English tones to it, hasn't it? Because didn't the English set up the Argentinian league? And that's why I'm pretty sure, like, on the national team, a lot of the writing on certain football logos is in English. They have an FA and so on, I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong, and I know you guys love to correct me, or you like to educate me, or you like to give me the full facts. Feel free to get involved in the comments. But yeah, squad registration, so you can have 6 foreigners in a 99-man squad, but only 5 in the match day. So that's fair enough, because I wasn't buying anyone anyway. No, I'm working with another man's freaking recipe and trying to make the best of it. Next up, it was the Copa Argentina 7th round and we won 4-2. Good performance and we were favourites, so I was happy. I mean, could a cup run be possible for us? You never know. Well, we were quite lucky in the quarterfinals. We got a team I'd never heard of, not a very good team as well. And we should have probably battered them by more, but 2-1, I don't care. Sometimes a win is a win. Some good performances again. Into the semi-finals, where we would face Independiente. Could be them, why not? But anyway, back to the league. Now you can see at the top, we're 13th. I'll show you that in a minute, which is pretty good because we've gone on a good run after Racing Club. We gained some confidence and things started to click, and I genuinely felt like, this is awesome. This is awesome, especially when you beat Independiente 1-0, win 4-0, a 2-2. We beat Argentinas Juniors. We'll beat Colon as well. Thinking, wow, we're going to push and we're going to push and we're going to push. And then all of a sudden, things went to shit. And I don't know why. Nothing changed. Didn't have any major injuries. Wasn't really suffering with any fitness or fatigue. But we got beat 3-1. Dropped a couple more points here. I mean, that is a respectable. And both of them draws are respectable. It's River, for God's sake. And then I've lost my last 2 games. With 2 games left to play. So, of course, we are 13th. And I'm thinking we're safe because we're on 36 games. Sarmiento are on 36 games. And with 7 points clear with 6 points left. So there's no chance we can drop down into that. So that's technically in a way job done. I was really happy. That good run we put together where things were starting to click. And I don't know why. It just started to work and then it just started to not work. So, you know, if that last bad patch had been a little bit better, we could have been pushing up there. Now, you've seen the places you can get for continental football. So there's a chance here we could get it. We could still maybe get it. So the minimum to get into some continental football is 12th, right? But this one's got a little information bar because that information tells you, depending on the winner of the Copa Argentina. So you're wanting the Copa Argentina to be won by obviously us or one of these big boys, really, aren't you? So we need to go up a spot and we're 1 point behind all boys. Wow, this is fun. This is fun. 1 point behind them. I mean, we could get even higher. I've got to play Newell's and they're only 3 points ahead of me. So you know what? I love this game. And I love the fact that I came in, no money. I've not spent a penny on any players. I just brought in some extra staff and put in my tactics, sorted the staff. And I think that helps. I know some of you don't bother. I know some of you probably do. Some people say they struggle finding staff. I don't know how. I never ever do. But I'm not complaining because it's one of my favourite parts of the game. So yeah. Looking good, isn't it? Well, it was looking alright. I mean, getting to a semi-final I think is fantastic. It doesn't look like we had any real tests. I don't feel like I had any real tests getting up until this point. And I mean, I'd beaten them in the league, so I had a bit of hope. They scored, we got one back. It went to penalties and we lost on penalties. Bit gutted because it would have been a nice, wouldn't it? A little cup final. That'd have been quality. Got beat again. 3-1 away. Newell's, the original home of Lionel Messi. Mr. Bielsa himself. Give us a tank in early doors. We've got one back. So we've got one game. One game left to play. So let's share my best 11 that I feel that have done me decent at times and let me down at other times in this second half of the season. So the goalkeeper is about 45 million years old. Mateus Molina, he's been a bit shit at times, but he's the best I've got. At right back, we've got a little potential player here. Quite like this kid, Javier Coelho. Plays at centre half as well. At left back, Luis Mamani. He's 24 years old. I like him. Only 3-star, but he's been pretty good for me, although he wants to leave. Easily been my best centre half. 21-year-old Felipe Costa. Got some good young potential in this team. It needs a lot of work and there's no money to do that work. I don't know if it's something I can do, but you know, there is some. But yeah, he's a good little player. And it's Javier Massaletti. A lot of Italian names, aren't there? A lot of Italians went to Argentina. A lot of Germans as well. But he's only 22. In defensive midfield, I've been playing Adrian Chiesa. Now, he's not good, is he? And to be honest, we've been shit. I've been sticking to my guns. I might flip it and switch back to my Ajax tactic, my Atletico Nacional tactic. I forgot to lose in this last game. In midfield, we've got 28-year-old Jorge Rodriguez. Great name. And he's a decent player. He's been okay. And he's been mainly partnered by 28-year-old Argentinian Raul Rabinovic, who again I think is pretty solid for a team like us. On my left wing, I've mainly used Conrado Muller. German name. Yeah, a lot of Germans went there, didn't they, after World War II? Bastards. But yeah, loads of potential. And then on the right, and also mainly up top, this kid's been good for me. Scored a good few goals, some really good ones as well. It's Fernando Fernandez. One of the best names I've ever seen, possibly one of our best young players. And then if he hasn't been up top, it's been Oscar Herrera, 29 years old. He's alright. I just mix and match. I've tried to pick the best team every game because, you know, we're not in a position to rotate. I'm trying to pick up as many points as possible, to be fair. Well, welcome to the final game of the season in Rosario, our home stadium, which I can't pronounce, playing in our famous blue and yellow. We just need to do our job and win. Try and get the last 3 points. I've not changed the tactic. I might save that for the second half. I'm sticking with my defensive midfielder. We'll see what happens. I've had a lot of fun this little stint. It was dead easy to get through compared to what I've been used to. But yeah, if we can get him into that Sudamericano, be quite good. I think we need a bit of help, obviously, in other areas. Is it all boys? We need them to not win. But you know, we'll see what happens. Right, here we go, boys. Look at him, the machete. That's what I call him, with his little mohawk. The machete. Look, he looks like a beast. Give a player that kind of haircut, you just don't want to mess with him, do you? Proper Argentinian defender, takes no shit. But come on, go on, give it Fernandez. Tell you, he's a top little player. So I've been working this morning and had a guy get on in a wheelchair, you know, and you help him on. I've never seen him before, and I know most of the regulars. I'm not making that stuff, mate, not yet. Run him into the ground, but I'm driving along and I'm like, I can smell shit. I thought I was studying it. It was that strong. He's had a shit in his wheelchair, right? And there's nothing wrong with him. He's just obviously in a wheelchair. He gets off, and then the shit smell went away. He absolutely stank. And the woman said to me, he gets on his bus every day and has a shit while he's sat there in his wheelchair, and with no shame, not bothered. And I mean, he's totally with it, dead polite, but as plain as day, he just gets on the bus, takes a dump in his chair, in his pants, and then goes on. Now I'm regular. I wake up and I run pretty much the same time every day. But I mean, can he not hang on? I mean, it's just a one-off. Fair enough. You'd be like, oh, I feel really sorry for him. And I did. But then when I found out he does it every day, and that was shit. I mean, it's hanging. It smelled like dog shit. I've demanded some more for the last 5 minutes. Fuck's sake. Honestly. I mean, I've no idea with this team. They can either be amazing or shit. It's been quite interesting to not know. Because when you build a good team and you win, it's good, it's fun. And when you drop points, you get a bit angry. With this team, it's like, I don't know what's happening. It's 1-1. I'm going to change this up. I think we go for it. Go change the tactic, go attack him. Let's try and win the fucking game, eh? But I've told them it's time for everyone to dig in and give everything for this club, for the badge, for the fans. Don't win a game. But we'll see. I don't know what I'm going to do here because this... I'll talk about it actually, no. I'll talk about it at the end. I'll tell you everything you need to know at the end of the episode. I just want to get through this game, see what we can do. But yeah, talking in the buses, we were having a chat with a few of the lads at work, and we were just coming up with things that we absolutely hate, little minor things we hate about people who get on the bus. And we all agree, we've all got the same lists. It's like the same little things that get on your tits. Wait, come on, boys, come on. This is you could just see that, couldn't you? Oh, referee, he's giving it, Annie. Goal awarded. Fucking twat. Honestly, what was it not awarded for? What did they think it was? What did they think that was? So yeah, my team's pretty turd. I'm surprised they put any kind of run together, to be honest, because yeah, usually when we start getting beat, we usually still get beat. Sometimes we can have a bit of a fight, like that 7-5, but we can't. There's so much lacking. There's a lot of young players, a lot of potential. There's a lot of holes to fill though. Goalkeeper, a few players to be fair, but I ain't got any money. A bit of money got pumped in. I think the board put me a couple of million in, and then before long I was 5 million in debt again. So yeah, it's not great. I don't know what to do. I ain't done a ton of scouting because I've been scouting Argentina anyway quite a lot over the last few years, even when I was at Ajax, and we got a penalty. So yeah, all I do is get my staff and get all that training sorted and make sure all my best set piece players are taking the set pieces and all that good stuff, and that's pretty much my bog standard rules. 2-2. Right, I've fired these fills up. We are currently in 14th, so there's no continental football for us right now. Yes, I'll do that because I'm being lazy. I'm chatting to my friends. Can't be bothered. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Here they come again. I mean, they're better than us, the 7th. So, you know, we're asking a lot, but we pull a freaking result out of our ass at times. Can we do it again? Ortega, I love that name. Used to be a great player called Ortega, and they're back in the lead. Hey! Right, come on, lads. Here's Herrera. Whips it in. Heads it off the line. We're putting that pressure on it. Scrappy, but nothing's coming through. I've just encouraged him. Why not? Give him a few bum slaps. It's not going to work. I mean, I'll happily not get beat in my last game. It'd be nice to not lose. But come on, lads. Oh, vision pass to Viale. Go on, lad. Go on, lad. What are you doing? He's cut it back to the Rabinovic. Love it. I love these names. Mamma Mina. Here we go again. He's crossed it into. Wow, you say that, I'll give you a $5. Send me a voice message pronouncing that perfectly. I'll give you a $5. I swear to God, his name. How you can put them letters. It's like they just picked a load of letters out of a hat and stuck them together. Fernando Fernandez. Fernando the fucking Nandez. Diaz with another corner. Come on, lads. Can we get them on the break? Herrera's going to pick this up, and he's kept it in with a little bit of cheeky skill. Gotta love some cheeky techers. Referee. Try to break his legs off. He's on a yellow. There we go, we've won. But was it enough to squeeze our way in to some continental football? Probably not, but you never know. We did our job. All boys drew. It wouldn't have been enough anyway, would it? It wouldn't have been enough anyway, because if they didn't draw, they'd still beat us. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. We finished 13th, one spot away. You can't always be awesome, but I think I've done a good enough job to take over this team. What were they on 11 points and picked up tons of points. Some really good games, really good results against good teams like Racing Club and stuff like that. And it was all about just not getting relegated. It would have been quite cool though to end up in that playoff and have a bit of drama. But you know, I wanted to do the best I could, and I'm very proud. And Fernando Fernandez, look at him. 3rd highest goal scorer. He just turned it on for me. That good little stint though, in August, won me Manager of the Month. I picked up a Manager of the Month. So I'll have something on my little CV. And of course, after playing a gazillion games over the last 2 years, I didn't really play too much. It was quite easy, really. I enjoyed it. We're getting very close to 800 games though. And of course, no trophies. But I liked it. It was something different. And at times I thought, I'm going to end up, could be relegated. How mad would that be after the stellar career I've had? All the highs going shit. But yeah, I feel really chuffed. To turn that around and not spend any money, I think it's just as good as winning stuff. Like winning all this stuff with Ajax, winning all this stuff with Atletico Nacional and all these other things. And I like that. I got a real buzz out of that too. So that is the end of episode 19. As always, thanks for joining me. Your view is the most important thing. Everything else, like a comment, a subscription, a thumbs up, or even a Patreon, it's all appreciated, but your view is what gets me through. Now, we are not off to France despite my location, but in real life I am. I'm going to the south of France on my holiday, so no videos for around 2 weeks, right? I know some of you aren't going to come back. I know that. But I do appreciate anyone who does, and I appreciate anyone who got up to this point. It means a lot to me. When I do get back though, there will be videos. We've got the Ajax spin-off. Be continuing with this series. I'm doing a podcast with 3 guys. We're going to talk about Football Manager and real football. I've got one last story in the works that I'm working on in bits that I'm hoping to get out on FM22. So yeah, I'll be back at it when I get back. But I'm having a break. I don't have many, so yeah, I'm having a proper holiday. And there's a special day on this holiday where we're going to a very special place. It's my mum's 70th. We used to go every year as kids. And I'm going to vlog that day. And I'll put that on the channel, so you might want to watch that. Now then, this series though. Whenever I do votes, I give you a couple of options. I usually leave it open for 24 hours or so on. This time I'm giving you lots of options. Lots and lots of options. That many options I'm not even going to talk about them right here. You just need to go after this video to the community tab on my YouTube page. And you'll find it there, or it might come up on your suggested. You're gonna have 5 options to choose from, and I'm gonna leave it open for ages and ages and ages and ages, possibly while all the time I'm on holiday, most of it anyway. I might get playing some of it while I'm there if I've got time, and we'll see what happens. I have no idea what happens. I can't wait to come back and see where this journey is going to take me. So while I'm away, stay happy, stay safe. If you need to talk, send me a message. I'm always willing to talk to you guys. I love you guys. I love you a long time. So stay happy, stay safe, and booed. I'll see you later.